What if I told you that the innocent game you just downloaded could be secretly recording your conversations right now? And what if I told you that after just one play session, this game could gain access to your camera, your private messages, and your exact location? But here's the most terrifying part. Once it has what it needs, that game could completely erase itself from your phone while leaving behind invisible spyware that watches you forever. Welcome back to Tech Sky. Today, we're exposing one of the most sophisticated Android hacking techniques that allows complete remote control of mobile devices. I'll demonstrate exactly how attackers can create seemingly legitimate apps that give them unprecedented access to your personal life. More importantly, you'll learn how to protect yourself from these invisible digital predators. Before we begin, I need to make something absolutely clear. Everything demonstrated in this video is strictly for educational purposes only. The knowledge you're about to gain comes with significant responsibility. Understanding these techniques is crucial for cybersecurity professionals and individuals who need to recognize these threats. But using these methods to target actual people is not only unethical, but illegal in most jurisdictions worldwide. All our demonstrations today will be performed on our own testing devices in a controlled laboratory environment. We will not be targeting any real users or attempting to gain unauthorized access to any personal devices. Today's video is comprehensive and packed with detailed information, so grab your notebook. We're going to cover everything from setting up advanced Android hacking tools to understanding how these attacks work and protecting yourself from becoming a victim. Your smartphone contains your entire digital life. Photos of your family, private conversations, banking information, location history, and access to every account you own. It's the most intimate device you carry, and it never leaves your side. This intimacy is exactly what makes smartphones the perfect target for cybercriminals. Unlike computers that might be shared or used occasionally, your phone is uniquely yours, always connected, and filled with real-time information about your life. Modern Android malware has evolved far beyond simple viruses. Today's sophisticated attacks can turn your phone into a complete surveillance device. Imagine someone having the ability to watch through your cameras, listen through your microphone, read all your messages, track your movements, and access your files, all while remaining completely invisible. What makes these attacks particularly dangerous is their stealth. The Malicious app might appear to be a legitimate game, productivity tool, or even a security application. After installation, it could disappear entirely, leaving no trace while continuing its surveillance activities. The techniques we'll explore today represent the cutting edge of mobile device exploitation. They're the same methods used by nation-state actors, cybercriminal organizations, and sophisticated attackers worldwide. Let's start by preparing our Kali Linux environment. Open your terminal and run sudo apt update to refresh our package lists and check for the latest software information. After that completes, run sudo apt upgrade to install any available system updates. When prompted, type Y to continue. This ensures our system has the latest security patches and software versions, which is crucial when working with advanced security tools. Now we need to install Evil Droid, a sophisticated Android exploitation framework. We'll be using a special version that's been enhanced for educational purposes. Open your web browser and search for Evil Droid GitHub to find the repository. You'll see the original repository, but we'll be using an improved version that fixes several bugs and adds educational features. In the address bar, you'll need to navigate to github.com/tech-sky-eh/evil-droid to access the enhanced version 0.4. This version has been specifically modified for ethical demonstrations and includes improved stability and additional educational features. You can scroll down to read about the improvements made in this repository, including bug fixes and enhanced functionality for security research. To clone this repository, click the code button and copy the repository link, or copy it directly from the address bar. Return to your terminal and type git clone, followed by pasting the copied link. Press Enter to begin cloning the repository. After cloning completes, verify the download by typing ls. You should see a folder named Evil Droid in your directory. Navigate into the folder by typing cd evil-droid. Let's explore the contents by typing ls again. You'll see several folders including icons, which contains icon images for APKs, and test APKs, which contains applications specifically designed for ethical testing. Before we can run Evil Droid, we need to make the main script executable. Type chmod +x Evil Droid and press Enter. The chmod command modifies file permissions, and +x makes the file executable. This is a security feature in Linux that prevents scripts from running without explicit permission. Now let's launch Evil Droid by typing sudo/evil-droid and pressing Enter. The tool will begin installing required dependencies automatically. First, it checks your internet connection to ensure it can download necessary components. You'll see it installing various packages and dependencies needed to run the framework. This process might take several minutes as it downloads and configures multiple tools, including Android SDK components, Java dependencies, and exploitation frameworks. After completing the dependency installation and verification, the system will ask if you want to execute the framework and services. Click Yes to proceed. Once launched, you'll see the Evil Droid ASCII art logo, indicating the tool has started successfully. Scroll down to see the main menu with different attack options. Let's explore these options systematically to understand the full capabilities of this framework. The first option is APKMSF, which creates standalone malicious APK files. Type 1 and press Enter to proceed. A dialog will appear showing your IP address. This is the address where compromised devices will connect back to. For local network testing, this IP is perfect. If you want to create payloads that work over the internet, you'd need to use services like ngrok, which I've covered in previous videos. Click OK to proceed with the current IP address. Next, it asks for a port number. This is where the compromised device will establish its connection. For internet-based attacks, you'd use the port provided by tunneling services. But for our local demonstration, the default port is fine. For the payload name, you can proceed with Evil APK, or choose your own name. This will be the file name of the generated malicious application. Now you'll see a list of payload types. The first three options, Android/shell/reverse TCP variants, are lightweight payloads with limited functionality. For comprehensive device control, we'll use the more powerful Meterpreter payloads. Select Android/Meterpreter/reverse TCP and click OK. Evil Droid will now generate the malicious APK. You'll see a dialog confirming that the APK payload has been saved in the Evil Droid/Evil APK folder. Next, the tool offers to automatically set up a listener. This is one of Evil Droid's best features. It handles the complex listener configuration automatically. You'll see two options, multi-handler and attack vector. Multi-handler is the standard listener for receiving connections from compromised devices, while attack vector provides additional social engineering capabilities. Choose multi-handler and click OK. Evil Droid opens a new terminal window and automatically configures the Metasploit listener, setting the correct L-host, L-port, and payload type. You'll see it start the reverse TCP multi-handler and display a message when it's ready to receive connections. Now let's examine our generated payload. Navigate to the Evil APK folder to see the malicious APK file. In real attack scenarios, cybercriminals use sophisticated social engineering and phishing techniques to convince victims to install these applications. They might disguise them as popular games, useful utilities, or even security applications. For our demonstration, we'll transfer the app to our testing device. Open a new terminal and start a Python web server by typing python3-m http://server9090. This creates a simple web server that makes our files accessible over the network. On your testing device, open a web browser and navigate to your attacker machine's IP address with port 9090, for example, 192.168.100.96:9090. You'll see the Evil APK listed. Click to download it to your device. Your device will likely display warnings about downloading from unknown sources or security concerns. These warnings are critical security features designed to protect users from exactly this type of attack. In real scenarios, never ignore these warnings. For our controlled testing, proceed with the download and installation. The device will show another warning from Play Protect, stating, "Unsafe app blocked." This is an extremely important security feature that often prevents malware infections. After installing and opening the app, notice the permissions it requests. In real situations, be highly suspicious of apps requesting excessive permissions, especially access to cameras, microphones, location, and personal files. Once you grant permissions and the app starts, check your Metasploit listener. You should see a message indicating that a Meterpreter session has been established. With the connection established, let's explore the powerful capabilities this gives an attacker. Type sysinfo to gather detailed information about the compromised device, including Android version, device model, and system architecture. Run check root to determine if the device has root access, which would give even more comprehensive control. Type geolocate to retrieve the device's current GPS coordinates. This is particularly concerning as it allows real-time tracking of the victim's location without their knowledge. Execute dump call log to extract the device's call history. This information is saved to a file in the Evil Droid folder and reveals who the victim has been communicating with. These commands demonstrate just a fraction of what's possible once an attacker gains access to a device. The level of privacy invasion is extraordinary. Let's close the current listener and explore Evil Droid's more sophisticated capabilities. Return to the main menu and select option 3 by typing 3 and pressing enter. This option creates backdoored versions of legitimate applications, making the malware much more convincing. Go through the same IP and port configuration, but this time name the payload Evil APK2. For the payload type, select reverse HTTP instead of TCP. This uses HTTP protocol, which is often less suspicious to network security systems. Now comes the crucial part: selecting a legitimate application to backdoor. Evil Droid will ask you to choose an APK to inject the payload into. Navigate to the Test APKs folder, which contains 2 test applications specifically included for educational purposes: Adobe Reader and WhatsApp. These APKs are provided with proper permissions for educational testing. Select Adobe Reader and click OK. Evil Droid now performs a complex process. It decompiles both the malicious payload and the legitimate app, merges them together, and recompiles the result into a single APK that appears to be the original application while containing hidden malicious functionality. This process may take several minutes, as it involves sophisticated code manipulation and digital signing. When generation completes, set up the multi-handler listener again, following the same process we used before. Refresh your browser on the testing device to see the new Evil APK2 file. Download and install it following the same process. Here's where the social engineering becomes apparent. After installation, the app opens and displays the actual Adobe Reader interface. To the user, this appears to be a completely legitimate application. This is exactly how real attackers operate. They might distribute cracked versions of popular software, modded games, or useful utilities that appear to function normally while secretly containing malware. Once the backdoored app is running, return to your terminal and explore some of the more advanced surveillance capabilities. Type webcam list to see available cameras on the device. Execute webcam snap-I1 to take a photo using the back camera. The image is captured silently and saved to the Evil Droid folder without any indication to the user. Run screenshot to capture the current screen contents, showing exactly what the user is viewing. Try webcam stream-I1 to start a live video stream from the back camera. This opens in your attacker machine's web browser, providing real-time surveillance. Using -I2 would access the front camera instead. These capabilities represent an extreme violation of privacy and demonstrate why mobile security is so critical. Before proceeding to the next option, uninstall the previous APK from your testing device to avoid conflicts. Select option 4 by typing 4 and pressing enter. This option allows customization of app icons and names to make malware even more convincing. Configure the IP and port as before, but change the app name to something innocuous, like CM Lite. For the payload type, select reverse HTTPS to use encrypted HTTPS communication, making the malware traffic even harder to detect. When asked about APK generation, choose the MSF standalone option for this demonstration. Evil Droid will prompt you to select an icon for the application. Navigate to the icons folder within Evil Droid to see various options. Select an appropriate icon that matches your chosen app name. The tool will generate the payload, incorporating the custom icon and name to make it appear as a legitimate application. Set up the listener and transfer the new APK to your testing device. Notice how the customized icon and name make the application appear much more legitimate. This is how attackers create convincing disguises for their malware. After establishing the connection with the customized app, let's explore some of the most concerning surveillance capabilities. Run dump contacts to extract all contacts from the device. This gives attackers access to the victim's entire social network. Execute dump SMS to retrieve all text messages. This is particularly dangerous, as SMS often contains authentication codes for banking and other sensitive services. Type record mic-D10 to record 10 seconds of audio through the device's microphone. This captures ambient conversations without any indication to the user. The most concerning command is hide app icon. After running this, the application icon disappears from the device's interface, but the malware continues running silently in the background. This demonstrates how attackers can establish persistence on a device. Once they gain initial access and hide the application, they can maintain long-term surveillance without the victim's knowledge. All captured data, audio recordings, contacts, SMS messages, photos, and screenshots, are automatically saved to folders within the Evil Droid directory. The final option allows you to restart listeners if connections are lost. This is useful for maintaining persistent access to compromised devices. Select option 5. Configure the IP, port, and payload type, and the tool will start a new listener ready to receive connections from previously compromised devices. What we've demonstrated today represents some of the most sophisticated mobile malware techniques currently in use. These methods are employed by cybercriminal organizations, nation-state actors, and malicious individuals worldwide. It's important to note that these attacks may become less effective as Android versions advance. Android 13 and later versions include enhanced security features that make these exploitation techniques more difficult. However, attackers continuously evolve their methods to bypass new protections. This is why keeping your device updated with the latest Android version is absolutely critical for security. Understanding these threats is the first step in protecting yourself. Here are essential measures everyone should implement. Never install applications from unknown sources. Only download apps from official stores like Google Play Store, which implements security scanning and verification processes. Pay careful attention to app permissions. Be immediately suspicious of any application requesting excessive permissions, especially access to cameras, microphones, location services, contacts, or SMS messages. Ask yourself why a simple game would need access to your camera or contacts. Keep your Android operating system updated. Each new version includes important security patches that protect against known vulnerabilities. Enable automatic updates to ensure you receive these protections promptly. Install reputable mobile security software that can detect and prevent malware installations. These applications use behavioral analysis and signature detection to identify malicious apps. Regularly review your installed applications. Remove any apps you don't recognize or no longer use. Malware often disguises itself with generic names or impersonates system applications. Be especially cautious of applications received through messaging apps, email attachments, or social media links. These are common distribution methods for malware. Enable Google Play Protect, which continuously scans your device for potentially harmful applications. Don't disable this feature, even if it occasionally blocks legitimate but suspicious apps. Use strong device lock screens with PINs, passwords, or biometric authentication. This provides an additional barrier if your device is physically compromised. Regularly backup your important data to secure cloud services or offline storage. This ensures you can recover your information if your device is compromised. Monitor your device for unusual behavior, including rapid battery drain, excessive data usage, unexpected heating, or applications opening without your action. Be skeptical of too good to be true offers for free premium applications, cracked software, or modded games. These are common vehicles for malware distribution. Consider using separate devices or secure containers for sensitive activities like banking or work-related tasks. In upcoming videos, I'll demonstrate how attackers are adapting their methods to target the latest Android versions and what new protection strategies are emerging to counter these threats. The landscape of mobile security is constantly changing, making ongoing education and awareness more important than ever. Today, we've pulled back the curtain on sophisticated Android hacking techniques that demonstrate just how vulnerable our mobile devices can be. From simple malicious APKs to advanced backdoored applications that masquerade as legitimate software, these attacks represent a serious threat to personal privacy and security. The surveillance capabilities we've demonstrated, silent photography, audio recording, message interception, and location tracking, represent a complete invasion of privacy that can devastate victims' personal and professional lives. Remember, the knowledge shared in this video is meant to help you understand these threats and protect against them, never to cause harm. Using these techniques against real people is illegal and can result in serious criminal charges. If you found this demonstration valuable for your security awareness, smash that like button right now. Understanding these attack methods is crucial for protecting yourself and your loved ones from mobile device exploitation. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest security insights and protection strategies. Consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button above. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from understanding these mobile security threats. The more people recognize these attacks, the less effective they become. Drop a comment sharing your thoughts on mobile security or telling us about any suspicious apps you've encountered. We're constantly working on new content covering the latest attack methods and protection strategies. Your feedback and suggestions directly influence what topics we cover next. Remember, in our interconnected world, cybersecurity isn't just about protecting data. It's about protecting your privacy, your safety, and your peace of mind. Until next time, stay curious, stay protected, and keep learning. This is TechSky, signing off.